Welcome, welcome, welcome to One Take Wine. What are we even doing here? Chateau D'Ampuis from Guigal. One of the entries that Guigal has with the la la las. I think there's a fourth la now, so la 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 la. And Guigal lists the Chateau D'Ampuis in the same fine wine section of their website. Same kind of treatment. It's 38 months in oak barrels. Syrah with a little bit of Viognier. A couple of great vintages, 15 and 10. Anxious to see how they're developing. What are we waiting for? Let's get her on. What do we got in the glass? I don't know if you can tell, but it's very muddy. Light goes to die here. Not bricking or anything, not showing any age. Some bright red fruit on the nose. Typically these are quite dark fruited. This is plummy as well, but also bright raspberry-ish. Some vanilla, of course. The wood is still there. Lots and lots of tannins still to be resolved, still to be eaten up by the fruit, but not as bitey, not as pinchy as it is early on in life. At the same time, early on in life, the fruit tends to be so high toned that the pinch of the wood isn't so severe. For me, it isn't. I think a lot of people in tastings that I've been in, they've reacted to it a lot. They always jump right out and say, it's Guigal. And, for better or worse, a lot of people don't like it. I tend to like it. Some nice coffee notes, but very perfumed and floral, violets. Very nice wine because I love the touch of sweetness to it, both at the front and the back of the palate journey. Mid palate is drying and maybe not as dense and forthcoming as it could be. Feels a little like it's holding back. We're into the 2015. I'm drinking the younger one first. Great vintage for this wine in particular, but in general in Côte-Rôtie. When it was younger, I loved its freshness, and it's kept some of that freshness, but the tannins and the wood still seems to sort of sit there and disrupt things a little bit. I don't know. I'm not going to tell anybody how to make their wine. They know what they're doing. It's obviously a high-class example of a Côte-Rôtie, and we'll leave it at that. What do we got in the glass? This is considerably darker. Much darker. It's blacker. It has that muddied appearance as well, but so much darker, so much black cherry looking. The nose, it's much more, it's a heavier Côte-Rôtie type. Fully laden hair. This is like the full three-piece suit. Church-like. Been waiting on this wine for a long time in 2010. Much more olive, bacon, those very traditional Côte-Rôtie type of flavors, the sort of denser, heavier, blacker flavors. Also with drying tannins, maybe mid-palate not giving as much as it can. Still feels like it still wants to give more, and it hasn't unlocked. And this is like 15 years after the fact, or 12 years if you don't count the 3 years that it sat in wood. Over 3 years, which is, that's insane. Imagine a wine that can sit in 100% new oak for 38 months. It's a testament to the fruit for sure. I like this wine a lot. I think it's a very classy wine. Everything is there, maybe just not quite as finished. The thread count is a little low, so to speak. When it came out, I was convinced it was the best example of Chateau D'Ampuis that had been produced. I would say it's definitely still up there. I don't know if it's the best or not. I haven't had every single vintage of it. It's still really, really sexy on the nose. And I like those traditional Côte-Rôtie flavors. That's what we go to Côte-Rôtie for sometimes, you kind of want that bacon fat, and especially the black olive thing, but still with some class and still some generosity. Feels very solar, very sunny, and a deeper, impactful type of wine. Very, very good. Can Chateau D'Ampuis give the La La Las a run for their money? No. I'm going to say no. I've never had a Chateau D'Ampuis that sort of made me say, oh, I'd rather have this than Latour. No, that's never happened. And if it hasn't happened with these two vintages, I have my doubts that it'll ever happen. 2015, I love the brightness of it, the candied vanilla sort of gentle playfulness of it, and at the same time its serious aspects. Not so convinced that it's ever really going to swallow up its tannin, its structure, its wood. 2010, I'm even less convinced because I mean it's had longer. It's had an extra 5 years in bottle. It still hasn't really budged all that much. I think you can coax out a lot more of the traditional Côte-Rôtie flavors out of it than you could in the past, but you still get that toastiness, that wood on the finish, and the mid palate's just not filling out the way I thought it would. These have their own voice and their own tone, and they're not for everybody and they're not for every occasion, but they're really, really good. Hey, let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had them. Let me know if you want to try them. And stay thirsty. I'll see you next time.